Now that is more like it. The Sixers tied the series at 1-1 with a 111-97 victory that there's not a lot of bad to discuss with this one. I think in game one, and you can see the video up in the corner there. First time I've ever done like a post game recap kind of show while the game is still going on because the game was that out of hand, and I had pretty much nothing but negative stuff to say about the Sixers because that's kind of what they earned. And in this game two, it's the opposite. Like I can't really think of a lot of negatives. I mean, I guess they gave up more offensive rebounds than I would have liked, and they didn't get to the line a particularly decent amount. But it didn't matter. I think one of the most impressive things about this game was early on in the first quarter, the Sixers find themselves down by 10, and it looks like it is going to be a repeat of game one, where the Boston Celtics are going to just rip off a 20-0 run, 18-2 run. I mean, at that point, I think they were on a 13-0 run. And it looked like here we go again, and it did not happen. Because this was a total team effort by the Sixers. And I think one of the most impressive things for me, a guy that's not going to get a lot of love in the box score, a guy that you're going to look at and go like, all right, play some decent minutes, all that. I felt like Andre Drummond set a tone in this game and was a true difference maker when the Sixers were trying to get back into the game and trying to take that lead. And I think he's a big reason why they were able to take that lead eventually. The picks that he set were crucial for Tyrese Maxey getting open. His rebounding, his passing. I mean, he had the one play where he zipped it back door to Quentin Grimes. Grimes wasn't unable to get a shot off. You've got Andre Drummond in the corner, and they were able to get the ball back to Andre Drummond, and he nails a three. Like, he's not going to get the love that I think he deserves because of the fact that you had key performances from pretty much everybody. Paul George was a tone setter early on, but he found himself in early foul trouble. You saw the Sixers struggle with that a little bit when, as I said, the Celtics went on that 13-0 run. But VJ Edgecombe, there's a guy that I don't want to say I criticized necessarily, but I said, hey, after that playing game, he talked about, oh, I'm excited to be playing in playoff basketball and the atmosphere and all that. And I was like, VJ, playing the Orlando Magic in a playing game is not playoff basketball. Like, you just found out what playoff basketball is by playing the Boston Celtics. Boy, did he step up big time. I mean, draining three after three after three. I think during the recording of this video, he just drained another one. Like, he was that good tonight on all facets of the game. It was the tenacity on rebounding, the steals, and then obviously hitting key shots. Tyrese Maxey wasn't really a key factor in this one until they needed a closer. And then all of a sudden, Tyrese Maxey is draining threes and daggers and ones on the other side. Like, it was a full-on team effort today where you look at it and you go, I don't really have any complaints about anyone's game. I mean, even Kelly Oubre found had a really good flow in this game, and he had been ice cold from three, and late in the game, he finally hit one. But he was really good at just creating his own shot, getting into space, getting a couple N1s there. Like, it was exactly what the Sixers needed. And anytime the Boston Celtics made a little bit of a run and brought it within one, tied the game, brought it within three, whatever, and the crowd got into it, I, as a Sixers fan who have watched Sixers-Celtics series at this point and know what's going to happen, I'm waiting for their shoe to drop. I'm sitting there going like, here we go again. All right, Jason Tatum's going to take over. Jaylen Brown's going to take over. They're going to have, Sam Hauser hit a key three. Peyton Pritchard hit a key. Something's going to happen, and it's not going to be good. And it didn't. Because the Sixers, defensively, were a very, very, very structured team tonight. They were able to stave off the Celtics anytime they did make a run. And it reminded me of that Geico commercial of, like, the guy with the dollar on the fishing line, like, nope, got to be quicker than that. That's what it felt like. Now, containing Jaylen Brown was a problem in this game. I mean, Jaylen Brown was incredible, but they did just a really good job on, I felt like, Jason Tatum, on, the double teams, on when to go, when not to. And the big thing with this game, as opposed to game one, they actually hit open shots. And I think that is so, so crucial. Like they were actually able to hit open shots, whereas they couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat in game one. This is exactly what this team needed. Confidence boost on the road. And that's the thing. It's such a big win for this squad on the road. For a guy like VJ Edgecombe, who has not played in playoff basketball, and for him to struggle in game one on the road and then come out like this and be a factor in all facets of the game, huge for them. I mean, I think in game one, you saw them rely way too much on Tyrese Maxey, but in this game, it really was like, all right, PG, you take it now. VJ, you're the hot hand. Cool. Quentin Grimes, get going. Yep, great. Okay, and then I'll close it out. I'm Tyrese Maxey. I'll close it out. Like they were so good in this one. Now the big question is, does Joel Embiid come back for game three? Could he come back for game four? Could he come back for the series at all? By the time that game three rolls around, he will be 13 days removed from appendectomy surgery. Now, they say he's ramped up, and I said after game one, I think the issue is if you bring him back, he's not going to be anywhere near 100%. Like he might be 30%. Is 30% Joel Embiid better than 100% Andre Drummond, 100% Adem Bona? I don't know. But like it wouldn't surprise me if Joel Embiid were to come back and you go, oh, maybe he should have waited a little bit. I don't want to necessarily rush the guy back, but I do think that in order for the Sixers to win this series, they would have to have him. And even 50% Joel Embiid, 60% Joel Embiid is better than Adem Bona. Now, I said 30%. I don't know what 30% Joel Embiid looks like, but probably not great. But if you want a shot at winning this series, it's going to be tough to imagine them doing it without the big man. I just don't know how his body at this point would respond to rushing back from appendectomy surgery. Like his body's been through so much, and asking him to do that, I have the utmost confidence that he's pressuring the coaching staff to get back on the court. Like everything you've ever read about Joel Embiid, he wants to play. He's sick of this bullshit with his body. He wants to get out there and be a factor. I just worry about if he were to get out there, what do you see? I think this was a tale of two games for the Sixers. I mean, truly, it's the first game was over by the halftime, and this game was a gut check performance where you go, okay, that's a character win right there, and it's so big for this core to win a game on the road the way they did without Joel Embiid, and know that they had that in them. And, you really saw Tyrese Maxey take over late in that game where he just said, screw this. Like, I'm just going to put the dagger in. So, great win for the Sixers. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about how the rest of the series goes and when Joel Embiid will be back. As far as comments go, I'm only going to respond to channel members. So, become a channel member. Support the channel. It costs like $1.99, helps me stay above the poverty line. Subscribing is cool. Hit thumbs up. Smash that thumbs down button if you thought it sucked. But I was having a conversation with my buddy yesterday, and I was like, yeah, basketball season's going to be over pretty quickly because of the way game one went. Maybe not. Do I think the Sixers will win the series? No, I don't. But I feel a lot better today than I did, after Sunday. So we'll see. Series comes home to Philadelphia on Friday. You got Friday and Sunday basketball. That should be exciting. Sixers win. Everybody's happy. Go Phillies. Well, they lost again. Actually, if you want my Phillies, like how to fix the Phillies, that video will be up there. I'll put it up there. All right, I'm going to go.